Well, you had your first year under your belt. What do you think you learned, and what did you enjoy about the first season?
I loved it. I think just managing two teams, just kind of getting used to that. Really proud of our players and how we progressed last year, and we've added some key players that I think will really help us this year.
Yeah. I know you said one time that it was the first time you'd ever coached men. How do you feel like that went for you?
I thought it was great. I hope they feel the same. I loved it. It's just kind of a different game, and communication is a little different with the men's players.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed it.
What are some things you feel like you could build on from last year in preparation for this season?
I think our players did a really good job, kind of learning what our expectations are, and just made a lot of progress last year. I think this fall we kind of got to see some of those results that we were hoping for, especially the GPAC championships with our men's team. We won all the doubles draws, and that was kind of a great way to end the fall. And then we have these two new players. So we have 3 total new players that'll be in our men's lineup. But these 2 new players that came in January, I think, is really going to help us reach that next level.
Yeah, and you only lost one senior for both teams, just one male senior. So how big is that to be able to not only you've been pouring into, sometimes you have a lot of seniors when you take over a program, but this one you didn't. So you can pour into them another year. How do you think that helps you?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think our culture is great. Our guys are completely bought in, and our women. And I think it just helps to have those kids that are in the program longer than just 1 year. So they can kind of enjoy some success and keep building.
So the women got 3rd place last year at the GPAC. How do you feel like that's coming together, with potentially this season being near the top of the conference? How far do you feel like that is?
Yeah, I think what I'm really encouraged by, I think we've improved a lot, and we've added some new players that will be in our lineup. And I think our players, they want to play for a championship. That's their goal. So I think we can do it. I think they've really bought into just getting a little bit better every day, focusing on their attitude and effort. I feel like every single day we're improving, and so we have a bunch of competitors, just great kids that have really bought into what we're doing. So I think we can do it. That's our goal. Be playing on that final day at GPACs.
Yeah. Obviously Milano and Shakira Derman were near the top of the lineup.
Yeah.
How do you feel like they're progressing?
Really good. I think they're both playing their best tennis right now since they've been here. I think they kind of feed off of each other, and then the rest of the lineup kind of feeds off that top of the lineup. So, we have a lot of parity on the team. We have 10 kids that could be in the lineup, and we only have 6 spots. So I think it's making practices more competitive, and I think those top 2 really do help the rest of the lineup kind of step up their game.
Yeah. On the men's side, you guys tied for 5th. How has the men's team grown since the 2024 season?
Yeah, I'm really impressed with our returners. They are way better tennis players than they were a year ago, I think. Not that they were bad, they were awesome, but they're even better now. And then we have these 3 new players, these 2 transfers, Nick Velders and Joey Melzer from, we had these 2 transfers join us this year, and then Ben, our freshman from Australia. So I think those 3 guys in the lineup with our returners, I think we are much improved from last year.
Yeah. How closely do you feel like the team is solidifying on the men's side, and just the newcomers? Just talk about those. What you think those guys could bring to newcomers?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know a little bit more about Nick.
Yeah. So Nick was with us in the fall. He had a great fall season. Finished with an ITA regional ranking. Had some really good wins, and him and Hugo in doubles were fantastic in the fall. So yeah, we're really excited about Nick. We think he'll be in one of those top couple spots on the team. And then we have our 2 new players from Australia. Joey, 6'3", huge serve, huge game. And Ben is just kind of an all-around player that he's been excellent in practice. Both have, just getting off the plane and coming right to practice, and they've been awesome. So I think our men's team is really close off the court too, and I think those 3 new players have just gelled in with those guys, and it's just one big happy family.
Yeah, no, that's good. So we talk about some newcomers for the women. I know, is it
Sean
Derman? She did really well in the fall, and then you had Nina and I think it's Katie.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So great kids. Yeah. Sean had a great fall. Had a great tournament down in Kansas. And Nina has really developed. She's been playing much better now than when she arrived. So that's kind of been our thing with both teams. Like, just get a little bit better every day. Just buy into being the best you can be. Try not to be someone you're not. And I think the more our teams can do that, the more we're going to be able to perform and play well.
Both teams had opportunities to play in the fall, and both earned wins over Nebraska Wesleyan. What did you take away from each fall season, like for men and for women?
Good question. Men, I thought our men, I thought they competed hard last spring. I thought this fall we finally got some results we were looking for last spring. So I thought we're progressing nicely, and I think adding this little bit of talent, these 3 new players, is really going to help us. The GPAC for on the men's side is very deep, very strong, but I think we can definitely finish in the top 4 if we just kind of keep controlling the things we have control over, and compete well on match day, obviously.
Yeah.
On the women's side, I think just kind of coming together. We have a lot of women on our roster, and I think just kind of figuring out our doubles combinations. I think we have a chance to be really, really strong in the doubles this season on the women's side.
So what are some things you kind of hope to get accomplished? You're nearing season in February 1st, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are some of the last things you're trying to do to get shored up, basically?
Well, figure out the lineup. Really, really hard on the men's side and the women's side. Usually a week out, we have a pretty good idea. We kind of know some of the people that will for sure be in there, but the order is up for grabs, and the doubles. I mean, it's a great problem to have, though. We have so much parity on both sides. I think we could have a lot of different guys and girls play together in doubles, and it would be successful. So it's a good problem to have. It's just, it might take us a couple weeks to kind of get all the pieces in place.
So more of a fun question. What have you enjoyed most about Seward?
The people, for sure. I think we just have great people. Our athletic department is so fun. Great staff, great coaches. It's so much fun to come to work every day, and I just love our kids, all of our student athletes, especially the tennis players, of course. But I just feel like all of our student athletes are just great people, and just always have a smile on their face, and they always try hard.
Yep. Can I get a Go Dogs?
Go Dogs!
All right.